All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to send text messages in a workflow using different phone numbers. So let me run you through the scenario that I have right now. So I own a house cleaning company. We have a location here in Arizona, and we have another location in California. And so the scenario is we want to be able to push new sales or new leads through a workflow depending on where they're from. We don't want to have two separate sub accounts on our account because we have VAs that work for us that are managing all of our leads. So all of our leads come in into one HighLevel or Peachy account. And so what happens is all of them are doing all of the customer service for all of our locations. So they don't have to toggle back and forth between this location, California, and this location, Arizona. And then soon we're about to expand into other states. And so rather than them having to toggle between all of those, they can stay in the same one. And then the customers from whatever location, they get the text messages based off of their area code. So let's go ahead and show you how I went about doing this. So you can see in here we have our default phone number, which is our 480 number, which is Arizona. Arizona is where we started. And then right here we have our California number. And so you can these are both of our numbers. And so what we did was I went into here and then what I did was I went to my staff and I created a new staff member. And so if we come down into here, we can see that I have this staff member called Temecula location. And if I click on it, what I did was I just created a dummy account with Temecula, the last name, location, a fake email address, and that's really all I did. Then I went down into here to call and voicemail settings, and I assigned that California number, that Temecula location number. I assigned the Twilio number of the 951, not the main, but the 951. If I wanted people from Arizona to funnel through the workflow and only get the call from the 480, then I would select this main number. This is our default number. But in this case, I want all of our California people to get this message. So we do that. We don't have to change any settings. We click save, and that is the Temecula location. That is the user that is assigned that phone number. So after that, what you want to go ahead and do is, this is what I did. I went and tested this. So I went in to my workflows. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the most important part, which is building out the workflow to make sure that they're getting the text from the correct location. So what I have here is I have a test workflow. This test workflow, I just created a tag. So we're just getting a tag added to them, which is Temecula SMS test. Then what you have to do, so this is how everything works. You're going to assign a user to them. So I'm coming into here and I am just selecting assign user, and I'm assigning them that Temecula location. Okay. And so that Temecula location is now being assigned to that contact that is coming in to this workflow. And because they are the assigned user and that 951 number is assigned to that user, when they hit this next step of text, they're going to get it from this assigned user's phone number. So if this assigned user doesn't have a phone number associated with it, it's going to just be the default number. So it's going to be our 480 number, which we don't want to have happen. We want all of our California Temecula location people, all of the leads, all of the clients to get it from the 951 number. So it looks like to them, oh, hey, this is a local company sending me a local message. Even though we are having our VAs do all of our customer service for us, they're still getting hands down the best customer service. But now it looks like it's a lot more trustworthy because they're getting it from a local phone number. So what we're doing now is then they get this SMS. So and this SMS is just a simple SMS that I just wrote up really quick. It just says, "Hi, their name. This is Sarah with the Perfect Clean." So let's test this and let's push this through to one of our contacts. So I have this fake little dummy account right now getting, so I have this fake dummy account just with myself. It has my name, it has my phone number, it has everything. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna scroll down to the tags, I'm gonna test this. So I'm gonna write test, and then that Temecula SMS text is gonna pop up. I'm gonna click on that, and then it's gonna push me right through that workflow, and boom. So normally when your clients are in a workflow, this right here shows a question mark, right? Because it's just coming out from an automation. Here in this scenario, we can see that it's coming now from this assigned user, Temecula location. And then I just received a text on my phone that is from that 951 number. So if I refresh this, we're going to refresh this. You're going to see here that the assigned user is now Temecula location. Okay. So what we like to do for my company is we like all of our contacts not to be assigned to anybody. And so what will happen is our VAs, they'll come through here, and if they're going back and forth now with a customer, what they can do is they can assign it either unassigned or they can assign it to themselves, because our VAs aren't assigned any particular phone numbers. If they were assigned a phone number and they sent a text out, they're going that phone number that's associated to that user is going to get a message out. So, for example, if Kelly right here was assigned that 480 number and he comes in and he assigns himself and then he texts out, that's going to come from that 480 number now, and that customer is then going to be grandfathered from that 480 number. And so right now, because this is who it got sent out from, now this contact is grandfathered with that 951 number. So if now it's unassigned and I go to type it, if I go to text it, right, it's going to come from me. I'm going to say hi. We can see that came from me. I'm now going to get a text message. It's going to pop up on my phone, just popped up, and now it's coming from the 951 number. Okay. And so the scenario that we like to do for our house cleaning company is what our VAs do is if somebody reaches out and they're going back and forth based off of, oh, hey, what do you guys do for your service? Oh, that sounds good. What's your price? They're texting back and forth. Then the client says, oh, let me talk to my husband, or let me talk to my wife. Then what our VAs do is their protocol is to assign this customer to themselves. So what they'll do is they'll come into here and they'll assign it to themselves so that they know, okay, hey, by the end of today or by the end of tomorrow, I need to follow up with this customer. And so they'll come into this conversations tab and they'll sort by their chats, right? Anybody that is assigned to them, and then they will follow up with that person. And so they'll follow up with that person if that person replies back that says, okay, my husband said yes, let's go ahead and get it scheduled. Once they complete that conversation, our VAs come into here and they unassign that message, that contact. And then the other thing is they keep it assigned to themselves if they're going to continue to follow up. So in some scenarios, right, people start ghosting us. So they follow up with that person after 1 day, after 2 days, after 3 days. After about 3 days of being ghosted, what our VAs will then do is just say, okay, hey, I'm going to unassign this from myself. I'm going to put that person out. That person's then going to go into a sales workflow that we have that is for over the course of the whole year. So then they're going to get hit with these automations now in a sales workflow that we have, and then they'll come back in, and that when they start talking to somebody else will assign it to themselves. But we have to make sure that all of our VAs or all of our customer service reps, all of them don't have any assigned phone numbers, because if they have an assigned phone number, again, remember, it's going to send out from that text. So you really, from that assigned number. So you really just want your locations to have assigned phone numbers, because then it grandfathers this contact to only receive messages from their local area code. And so that right there is how you send out messages from different phone numbers. So I hope that helps answer any questions that you have. If you found this video helpful, I mean, I'd love if you'd like and subscribe, because I'm going to continue to come out with more and more content. If you have any questions, any concerns, if anything didn't make sense to you, feel free to leave a comment down below. The other thing too that I always try to talk about is, again, this is my white label version of GoHighLevel. So if you want continued support from me, from my staff, just sign up. You can sign up with Peachy. It's going to be the same thing that you're going to see with GoHighLevel. You're just going to get support from myself. You're going to get access to our private Discord channel, where you can ask the community questions to help grow your business. So that is the plus of signing up with our white label version, which is called Peachy. Other than signing up with just GoHighLevel themselves, you're going to get support from business owners that are in here day in and day out. So thanks so much. I hope that was helpful.